Hello, we are Group 7 and we did our business story with data on Sweet Martha's Cookie Jar at the Minnesota State Fair. What do you get when you combine 62 tons of flour, over 500,000 eggs, and 54 tons of chocolate chips? You get $4 million worth of chocolate chip cookie sales in just 12 short days. How is this possible? Sweet Martha's is able to produce 200,000 cookies per hour across their 3 locations at the Minnesota State Fair. How did Sweet Martha's become a multi-million-dollar business, and where is there additional growth potential? Let me share Martha's story with you. So, Martha, a former elementary art teacher, claims the idea of cookies was partly luck. Beginning their entrepreneurship journey in the late 1970s with a yogurt shop in downtown Minneapolis, Martha, Gary, and Neil recognized the popularity of cookies through the sales of Famous Amos cookies. Though they had applied to the state fair to sell frozen yogurt, they did not get in until they asked to open a chocolate chip cookie stand. That was over 30 years ago, and no one had thought of a similar idea. The first 9 by 11 foot booth soon turned into 3 small buildings, each holding over 6 large Baxter ovens to constantly cook thousands upon thousands of miniature cookies. Sweet Martha's Cookie Jar has built their reputation on word of mouth, as well as appearing at other events such as the MSRA Back to the 50s show. Sweet Martha's Cookie Jar is one of the top-selling vendors at the Minnesota State Fair. For 4 years in a row, it has ranked as the #1 vendor in sales revenue. From 2013 to 2016, its sales revenue has increased an average of 18% per year. Over the 12 days of the 2016 fair, it brought in just under $4 million, more than 3 times the revenue for the runner-up, the all-you-can-drink milk booth. $4 million in revenue is a lot, but how much can we predict it actually costs to run a business that literally is just open 12 days of the year? Well, with nearly 600 employees, we can assume the employees alone cost nearly $720,000. The ovens at $180,000, and ingredients we can assume cost a generous 10% of sales, which is about $400,000. And the additional cost to just being at the state fair, which is 15% of sales, which would be $600,000. All of this adds up to $1.9 million. So the total profit for Sweet Martha's, just with those costs alone, would be around $2,100,000. Not bad for sweet old Martha in just 12 days. But what can they do with all of the rest of the days of the year? If you were to go to sweetmarthas.com and click on their facts, you will see that Sweet Martha's does not cater at this time. In fact, they actually say we do not cater. This topic must get asked often in order for it to be on their website. It also tells us that there is a demand for Sweet Martha's to cater. As a result, our business recommendation for Martha is to start catering her sweet treats, and here's why. We see 3 different areas of opportunity to cater in Minnesota: graduation parties, corporate events, and weddings. Based on information we gathered from a local Ben & Jerry's catering model, we can assume Sweet Martha's could cater annually 50 graduation parties, 100 corporate events, and 40 weddings. Assume there's an average of 100 guests at each event. Leveraging the same pricing model as they do at the state fair of $7 a cone, from strictly a revenue-only perspective, at a minimum, Sweet Martha's could make an incremental $133,000 per year. Other things we would recommend to Sweet Martha's. We mentioned serving in the cone-shaped paper container because it is more of an individual offering. This cone holds about a dozen cookies. Portable ovens for baking the cookies on site is a must. Warm, fresh cookies is a crucial part of the business strategy because who can resist a fresh from the oven cookie? Offer the choice to include a milk bar like they have at the state fair because you always need to follow up a cookie with an ice cold glass of milk. By expanding with this business strategy, Sweet Martha's can bring their state fair experience to you.